Hi, everyone. Today, we're going to be talking about how to maximize your monthly staff meetings to nurture greater professional development within your staff. So hi, everyone. My name is Daphne Walbridge from the First Year Principal. It's been a while since I last posted, but I felt the need to talk about the importance of leveraging your staff meetings to promote greater professional development. Now, one of my great passions is developing self-efficacy or developing or helping principals nurture and develop a collective efficacy within their staff. And there's a great way of doing this through staff meetings. Now, not too long ago, I was in a meeting with lots of principals, and we were talking about how to implement, how to find time to develop our staff, right? For professional development reasons. And someone spoke up and said, well, during our staff meetings, we spend so much time going through all the rigmarole and the, the policies and the procedures and the housekeeping, and there's hardly any time. And so I challenged this person and I said, well, you know what? Here's what I'm doing with my principals. And I've flipped we have weekly meetings, but I've flipped our meetings on its head, basically. And the first thing I did, and so this is a recommendation I have for you if you want to transform your staff meetings, because I noticed that this seemed to be kind of a hot topic for a lot of people. So what I did was I had a vision from day one for this school year that we were going to focus a little bit every meeting. We were going to spend maybe 10-15 minutes talking about a concept or a practice or some kind of instructional practice, something that would nurture our instructional leader's mind, because basically that's what we are. Let's not forget that instructional leadership is our core business. So what I did was I started off the year and, like I mentioned in my other video, and I'll put the link below in the comment in the description box for the other video on staff meetings. But I had sent out the agenda before so people can read, to prepare them and all that. And we started with the housekeeping. And then I found at the end, I had reserved about 15 minutes for professional development. I love the bite-sized components because it's not overwhelming for people, but it does help just talking about, a topic, a simple topic regarding pedagogy and different practices. It sharpens our lens. You can't unsee it once you've discussed it, right? So that was that was basically how I saw things. But I quickly noticed that we were rushing at the end of a meeting. We were rushing to squeeze in that professional development. So we got through all the housekeeping, 40-50 minutes. And then I said, hey, we have 10 minutes left and I want to have, the professional development segment. So I started examining this pattern and I said to myself, this is not working. So I flipped the agenda. And now we start with the professional development. And then we're going to tackle, with the time we have left, we're going to tackle housekeeping. As always, I send out the agenda with notes, and the principals can read what's going on. So your staff could do the same. So as a principal, this is what you could do. You could send out the agenda, for the meeting. They could go through it, and you set the expectations from the beginning. We're going to be starting with 20 minutes of professional development, and then we're going to go into housekeeping. You can even go, dare I say, 30 minutes of professional development, and then keep 30 minutes for housekeeping. Don't forget, it's called Parkinson's Law, right? The time will expand or contract to fit the needs of the work that needs to be done. So if you reserve 30 minutes to do housekeeping, trust me, you're gonna use that 30 minutes. If you keep 20 minutes, you're gonna squeeze that in 20 minutes. The problem is that if you set aside too much time for housekeeping, people are going to fill in that airtime with little nonsensical things that just kind of clutter up the space, and people leave meetings confused and frustrated. Okay, so my recommendation, and it's worked, it works, I promise you it works. Set the stage, let people know in advance so there's no heart attack, okay? And you set the stage. We're going to be doing professional development. At the beginning, you might want to structure it a little bit more, but research also states that when teachers bring their own recommendations to the table of what they would like to focus on, and it's not going to be outcome based, but it's going to be process driven. It's going to be fun and lighthearted, where there's collaboration, and we're focusing on not pointing the finger, but on looking at the students' work and analyzing and having these great discussions. You're going to see that people are actually going to look forward to attending these staff meetings, because it's going to be a time where they're going to find a regeneration. Okay, but it takes time to set this culture down. It's going to take some time. You're going to have to be patient with yourself. You might want to start a little bit at a time, maybe 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then you're going to want to start going maybe 30 minutes. And don't forget, teachers need to have their voices heard, and you need to respect their needs, their local needs in their classroom. Okay, if you respect what they need, and as a leader, you create the environment to nurture this, your monthly meetings are going to be powerful, incredible, and it's also going to trickle down. So what they do during these meetings is going to have a ripple effect, where you're going to start seeing side meetings after school, where teachers are going to voluntarily meet and work on something, and they're going to start having a more analytical lens. So this is very, very powerful. And I would love to get your comments on this. You can leave a comment on how this is working out for you in the comment box below. If you have any questions, make sure to post your comments down below, and we can keep this conversation going, okay? Because you want to build, as a school leader, through your staff meetings, you want to build that collective efficacy, because it is your strongest tool. All right, that's all for today. I'll see you shortly in a couple of weeks. Bye for now.